no matter the location. From O-A-K-L-A to L-V, I'm a Raider.
Raider Nation, what's going on? Before we get into our live Q&A, I do want to hit you with this offer. Go to chatsports.com/Raiders face cover. It's only $14.99, and this is important. Why? Because this one ships in 2 days. So we show a lot of other face masks. Honestly, they don't ship out as quickly as this one does. So I'm just trying to help you guys out a little bit. Yes, you only get one, but for only $14.99, you'll be able to get this one, and it ships in 2 days. It'll be in the comments. It'll be in the description. Chatsports.com/Raiders face cover. So the first question here on our live Q&A is from a super chat. Remember, you can super chat or use #Raiders. Keep up the good work. Sorry I have not been here. Daniel Castro, it's okay, my man. I appreciate everyone who watches. I appreciate everyone who is still staying tuned, even though it's in June, because honestly, the diehard fans watch the show this time of the year. Like, if I can get 400 of the people that watch the show this year, I'll take that over the 1,000 that watched during the season. Y'all the diehards, so I just want you to know I appreciate you. Let's go to Jason. What up, Jason? Get a picture. And coming up here in a little bit, I'll tell you exactly how to do that. Hey, Mitch, do you think Tanner Muse could beat Nicholas Morrow and Markel Lee for the Raiders' starting strong side linebacker and start? I do think it's possible. Why? Versatility. Tanner Muse is going to offer you a lot more versatility than Nicholas Morrow and Markel Lee. Now, Morrow was the better player, I think, for the Raiders last season because Lee went down with an injury. But Lee back in 2018 did have about 68 tackles, I believe, off the top of my head. And if you go back and you watch some of the other videos that I've put out, I do have a strong side linebacker, competition between Morrow, Lee, and Muse. I don't know if Muse will start right away because I think the fact that, training camp's not happening, preseason, that hurts Muse's ability to show that he deserves to start. But if you tell me after maybe week 6 bye, if Tanner Muse is starting, would I be surprised? No. Honestly, I really wouldn't be. So make sure that you guys are using #Raiders, or you can super chat to get on the show. This one's from Monster Boss 1750. What is the most likely trade we make? So the most likely trade that the Raiders make, I still want to make it like kind of a big name so somebody understands what we're talking about. If you're saying right now, I actually don't know if there's a trade that happens now, but if you'd ask me maybe at the trade deadline, if a player like, Patrick Peterson wants to get traded, and let's say the Damon Arnett experience isn't working, the Prince Amukamara experiment isn't working, and if the Cardinals just want to get somebody, you could maybe see like a Patrick Peterson trade. If you don't like it, hey, you guys can yell at me. So who wants to come on the show via Zoom, okay? If you're watching this on live, I want you to type 4 for Believe It, baby. If you watch this on a later date, like Saturday, also type 4 for Believe It, baby. If you're like Mitch, you can just go tuck yourself. Nobody wants to come on the show with you. Hey, you can type 0. It's all good. But I do have an offer for everyone. It's special time only. If you do want to come on the Raiders Report via Zoom, all you got to do is buy one of these 2 T-shirts that I show you. So the first one is Raider Nation Las Vegas. Just got to go to chatsports.com/Las Vegas. That one's only $29.99. The other shirt, Raiders Against the World, only $24.99 by going to chatsports.com/Raiders World. It'll be in the description. It'll be in the comments. So if you go buy one of these T-shirts, you'll be able to come on the show via Zoom on Tuesday's live show. So that'll be June 23rd. And we go live every Tuesday and Friday. I'm just trying to make the shows a little bit more fun for the people who are watching in the off-season. But remember, send me a receipt on Instagram at MitchellRenz365. That way I can prove that you got a shirt and I can show my bosses. All right, let's go to the next question here from Antonio Garcia. Predict the Raiders record. So while I get a drink of water, I want every person watching right now to predict the Raiders record. You got that? Go for it. And also like the video. I would appreciate that. So how many games are the Raiders going to win this year? Rich says 420. I don't think that's what he means. Joshua Johnson, 12-3-1. Not specific at all. I got some 10-6s, a 12-4, a 9-7. Davis Clan says 10-6. Continue to get your Raiders projections in here for the 2020 season. Let's go to my man Manny. What up, brother? Do you think in a few years Henry Ruggs could be a top 10 receiver? Do I think it's possible? Sure, absolutely. I mean, he definitely has the speed. You don't draft a receiver in the first round. You don't draft a receiver in the top 15 if you don't think that he can be a top 10 receiver. I mean, like, that's just point blank, right? Sure, some speedy receivers that really haven't done well, and honestly, it's been kind of hit or miss for receivers in round 1 of the draft, but It all comes down to whether or not you use him correctly. And if the Raiders use him correctly, yeah, he can be a top 10 receiver. Let's go to Mystic Rican. Did I get that right? Mystic Rican as in Puerto Rican. Yep, looks like I did. Appreciate the super chat. Second one of the day. Yes, appreciate the picture. It's him and I together. So just so y'all never miss a live show, so you never miss a video, last week I explained how you turn on your notifications. Hopefully, y'all did that. So if you turn on your notifications, if you subscribe to the Raiders Report, I am trying to hit 49,000 subscribers by the end of June. So right now we're at like 48,200. I would love to be able to hit 49K by the end of June because more subs means more videos. I don't really want to have to do less videos if you catching my drift. Hit that sub button. Let's go to Raider Joker. What up, brother? Do you think we can make a deep playoff run, or make a deep run in the playoffs if we stay healthy and play smart football? Yeah, I think the way that we make a deep playoff run is a lot like the way the Tennessee Titans did, where you just lean on your running game and you beat people up in the trenches, which the Raiders can do. We have one of the best offensive lines in the NFL, and we have one of the best running backs in the league. But can Derek really play in cold weather games? I mean, that's the real question here. If we stay healthy, obviously that helps. If we play smart football, obviously that helps. But I think the way that happens is kind of controlling the football, taking a step away from Derek, and just really focusing on the run game with Josh. Let's go to Ryan_CL. Hey, Mitch, any players you think could take a step back this upcoming season? You might not like it, but I'll probably say Max Crosby. As much as I love Crosby, I think that he's going to be around that 10-sack number again. But if he's at, let's say, 7 or 8 sacks, that could be taking a step back in terms of statistics. I'll say Hunter Renfrow. As much as I love Hunter Renfrow, his stats really weren't all there the first 8 weeks of the year, and then a lot of our players kind of went down. I still think they're going to produce, but I was on a show a week ago, and then some guy said he's going to have 100 catches. I don't think that's going to happen. So in terms of taking a step back, I think some of those players are definitely up there. Let's go to Liam. What up, Liam? Do you think Mullen will be able to shut down the league's top receivers this year consistently? I hope. So if you haven't seen some of the receivers that he has to go up against, he's going to get some of the best guys in the entire league, right? And he's going to get a lot. He's got to get Tyreek Hill twice, Keenan Allen twice, the Broncos, depending on who they throw at him, Cortland Sutton twice. You're going to get either Mike Evans or Chris Godwin. Good luck there. You're going to get Michael Thomas. That's not very easy. You get Julio Jones. So, there's going to be a lot of opportunities for him to show himself. The only issue is the NFL is kind of made to be an offensive-driven league. Is he going to play well every single week? I hope. But those are some of those receivers. You don't stop them. You just try to contain them. Let's go to Chill Dude. What's up, Chill Dude? Mitch, do you think Josh Jacobs is going to be the best running back in the league? Also, love your show. Do I think he can be the best running back in the league? Yes. However, he does need to improve in the passing game. In the NFL today, if you can't catch the ball, I'll say over 50 times, I don't think you deserve to be the best running back in the league unless you're picking up 2,000 rushing yards. As much as I love Josh, I don't think that's going to happen. I think until he can catch the ball like a guy like Zeke, like Saquon Barkley, like an Alvin Kamara, heck, even obviously like a Christian McCaffrey, you can't put him up there as the best running back in the league. Could he be top 5? Absolutely. Is he top 10? 100%. Let's go to Chris Smith. What's up, Chris? Make sure you guys are using hashtag Raiders in the comment section. How many sacks will the Raiders get this upcoming season? So the number that I've been going with is 44. That's my projection. So 2018, we had only 13. Next season, we had 32. And then we ended up having, I'm hoping we have 44. So we've added some pieces. I'm hoping Crosby plays well. And hopefully, guys like Carl Nassib, they also can pitch in. So I put out a video, and I've also put this on the community channel. Who's the best player on the team? If you think it's Rodney Hudson, I want you to type RH. If you think it's Darren Waller, I want you to type DW. If you think it's Josh Jacobs, give me a JJ. Derek Carr, type DC. Max Crosby, MC. If you think it's somebody that's not listed here, give me an O for other. So we're going to let this up here for a little bit. Let some of these comments, let some of these flow in here. I see Bendover. This says RH. DC from Jacob Serb. Crisco Perez says DC. Michelle Medina, RH. Landon Vandermeulen says RH. If you haven't seen, I've already ranked the best Raiders players for this upcoming year. Just another video on the channel. If you haven't yet, go subscribe. We're youtube.com/RaidersReport. Danny Gomez Jr., get a picture. Mitch, does it look like we're going to have a partial season due to the Big C? I don't even want to speak it into existence, so I'm going to say I sure hope not. But Danny, if you are worried about a partial season due to the Big C, luckily for you, if you go to chatsports.com/Raiders face cover, it's the link that you see below. You can get one for only $14.99, and yes, they will ship in 2 days. But honestly, I hope not. Let's go to Landon. What up, Landon? Do you think Bryan Edwards will have a breakout year? So one of my main rules for breakout is you can't break out as a rookie. Do I think he can have a good year? Sure. I think the only way that Bryan Edwards has a good year where, let's say he has over 500 yards, like 40 catches, something like that, is if Tyrell Williams goes down. Because I think the reason why Bryan Edwards was drafted was if Tyrell doesn't work out this year, you cut Tyrell next year, save yourself $11.6 million. They've already paid Tyrell for this season, so if he's healthy, they're going to put him out there on the football field. You're going to kind of see a lot of like what they did with LaMarcus Joyner last year. I hope Tyrell plays well. I think he can. But do I think Bryan Edwards is going to have a breakout? I think the only way that's possible is if some guys go down. Let's go to Chris. Hey, Chris. What do you think about the Raiders hosting the Pro Bowl in 2021? It makes something that I would never watch watchable. I don't watch the Pro Bowl as much as I told Tom the only way I would watch the Pro Bowl is if, like, alcohol got involved or if they, like, did some Las Vegas-themed games. Instead of doing, I don't know, running abilities, let's do, like, slot machines. I want to see, like, Josh Jacobs playing the roulette wheel. I want to see Max Crosby, I don't know, freaking out over blackjack. That's why I would watch the Pro Bowl. But does it make it more interesting? Sure. It's January 31st. I'm hoping I can go. If anybody's at the Pro Bowl January 31st, hit me up. I might be there. Let's go to Mike. Anytime I see Mike, I get cautious about the next name. Will Bowden be used like Kamara? So, yes and no, right? The Raiders are not going to use Lynn Bowden the way that the Saints use Kamara in terms of, like, the amount of usage, but you are going to be able to see a player that is going to get used in the running game and the receiving game. So my thing that I said is that Bowden's going to get more used like a Taysom Hill, where you're going to be able to put him out there, secret weapon, joker role. But if you guys want to put in your predictions on how they use Bowden, go ahead and do that in the comments section. Raider Nation, what's going on? Is this the #1 Raiders channel on YouTube? For Chucky Heads, believe it, baby. And if you haven't already, subscribe right here. I'm giving you Chucky Heads, news, rumors, Raider Nation rumors. And look at this, I'm making your life easier. Check out my next video. Thanks for watching, and go Raiders.